Okay, in this video, I'm going to show you how to put all the components together. So I always start with the music so that we can figure out when to fade in our voices. So this is a track I found on the Free Music archive. So I just drag and drop it right in, and you can see it's quite long. So I am actually going to use this plus button to get a little bit closer so I'm not looking at such a long amount of music. Then I'm actually going to put in some files that I have pre-recorded. So I'm going to import audio, and I am going to find my intro podcast part 1 and part 2 and put both of those tracks in as well. So now, if we listen to it, it's going to sound very bizarre, right?
Some of the books discuss
It's just a lot of sound. So what we're going to do, first we're going to work on solely the top musical track. So what you can do if you have multiple tracks in here, you can actually mute the other two. So now we'll just hear the musical track. So in this case, I think I'm going to start at about 5 seconds of music. So once I'm going to use my volume, I'm going to click at the 5-second mark, and then I'm just going to try to make this sound go much quieter so that we can hear my voice over the top of the music. So once I get that, then I unmute these two, and I use this double arrow, something it looks like from a math class, and I move this track over to where the fading sort of begins, right? So, and then I just listen a lot. So let's just hear how this sounds. Let's mute this bottom track, and just hear how these two sound together. So let's just go back a little bit.
Hello, and welcome to the Blank Podcast. My name is Justina
So
Licata,
if we like
and I
that,
teach history.
if we like that kind of section, the next thing to do is to actually add this final track of my speaking audio to this track, right? So we'll use the same tool, and we'll unmute this track, and we'll move this track over, and this is actually a good place to kind of make it smaller again so you can see it easier. We'll literally just move it with our mouse over and up, and then connect the two. So then you can get rid of that track to kind of keep it neater. And I always like to see if I like how it sounds together. So I go much closer and I listen, because sometimes that's a little too much pause, and you can delete here. So let's just hear how it sounds.
Contribution to the study of African American history. Some of the books discussed
It's
in
okay,
this podcast
so let's just keep
include
it. And then once I get to the end, I decide how I want the music to fade back in, and then I usually cut off the end. So let's do that. So I go back to this tool, and once I'm done speaking, I'm able to fade the music back in, and then it seems like it would be a good place to cut off right here. So then I'm just going to delete. I'm going to get kind of close here so I can see this spot and make sure I delete right at the right spot. Okay, let's delete right here, and we'll delete the rest. So this is just simply highlighting the rest of the track, which is much longer. Sorry, I didn't realize how much longer it was. We're getting there. Okay, we delete that, and then if we move back all the way back over here and make this a bit smaller, we can see now that the track seemingly will end. So let's hear how that sounds.
and subscribe to our podcast in Apple Podcasts. And please come back and listen to all of our episodes.
Okay.
Now, now, and don't have a little fun. And the baby and tell me you when the love comes twinkling down.
Okay, so if you're satisfied with that, then you go back up to File and you export all of this together as a separate MP3. And this will actually put all of this together. So let's say this is full example 1. Oops, keep doing that. And we'll save that. And we'll hit that. And then that puts it all together, and we can actually remove these and import that. So if we go back into the import audio, and it'll show you that it's all now one singular piece of audio. See? So now we have the music and the voice all together, and you can see by if we play it here how that'll sound.
Hello, and welcome to the Blank Podcast. My name is
Okay.
Justina Licata.
I'm going to stop there. If you have questions, please let me know, and I hope that you consider using this tool. I think Audacity is actually a fantastic and very user-friendly tool that I enjoyed trying out when I made a podcast in the fall, and I hope you can kind of have fun with it and be a little creative. Okay, please don't forget, if you need something, don't hesitate to email me and ask me questions.